Hello, I'm Mantastic and Fantastic, and today I'm going to be talking about the 8 Magic Stone Super Witches Godfest that has gone live in North America. So, Super Godfests are one of the 3 major events to roll in PAD. There are collabs, there are gung-ho owned events such as seasonals or things like Draconic Orchestra, as well as Super Godfest. The regular rare machine exists, but we gotta pretend it doesn't because it's a terrible place to spend your magic stones. And generally speaking, Super Godfests tend to cost 10 magic stones and feature at least a 1 out of 3 chance to acquire any Godfest exclusive. And we're going to take that as a baseline measurement for how we compare subsequent Super Godfest and whether or not it is worth rolling in. In the case of this current Super Godfest, we have reduced magic stone cost. It's going to cost you 8 instead of 10 magic stones. So if 80 stones, you get 10 instead of 8 rolls. It's a much more favorable deal overall. And while the Godfest exclusive rates are technically lower, which is to compensate, if you find the Samurai 3 Pantheon to be appealing, which it is appealing in my opinion overall, then you're hitting over 1 out of 3 rates for truly desirable cards, or around 1 out of 3 rates. So with that in mind, I want to take a look in a little bit more detail as to why the Samurai 3 Pantheon is desirable, as well as the current Godfest lineup. So, Samurai 3 weapons. The Samurai 3 Pantheon is one of the newest Pantheons released, which means it should be a bit stronger overall, and at the same time, it's less likely players have actually acquired them, because if you've been playing for many years, there's a strong likelihood you've acquired like 8 Gabriels. It's not an unusual feat to have. I think that's how many I have. But either way, the point is, the Samurai 3 Pantheon will be acquiring brand new weapon assists in the very near future. It could be happening anytime soon, or possibly now. The point of the matter is, it should be here within this month, I would say. And with these weapon assists, it's going to grant them a significantly more depth to the amount of value and uniqueness they can bring to your monster box. Because when you think about it, team building in Puzzle and Dragons is actually quite a difficult process. You have to juggle your 2 leaders and their transforming needs if applicable. You have 4 subs and 6 inherits. So you want to try and obviously have high quality options for each of those different categories. And the Samurai 3 Pantheon, when they have these weapon assists, will give you a single skill boost, which are naturally helpful for any transforming team. And then they will have 80% resistance to either jammers, poisons, or blind attacks. And this can greatly alleviate team building strains, because when you think about it, you've got your skill boost, which is helping you transform, and you have 80% protection against these potentially dangerous mechanics, which makes it much easier to hit that full 100% resist. I am very well aware that we do have super resist in existence, but the thing is, with a weapon assist, there's no real cap to the number of awakenings they can technically have. I've seen some weapon assists have many awakenings. So like, having regular 20% resist is not as great on your subs or leaders because they're limited to 9 awakenings. But weapon assists seldom even hit 9 awakenings. Most of them have 4 or 5. So when they stack 4 of the same 20% on it, it's perfectly fine. It wasn't eating into any other space. So you now have got a wonderfully powerful weapon assist, and it's the reason why I feel that they're worth lumping into the good stuff to roll category. So in terms of what they offer, you can have 80% blind with the skill boost. You can have the 80% jam resist. The active skills may or may not be what you want to have. So if you dislike this active skill, just simply, just simply not actually max skill it. But if you want to have a damage absorption counter, the blue one is definitely valuable. The red one gives you a board changer with locking the orbs to stop spinners. The wood one gives you 80% poison resist, which is always delicious. And then plus combo count, bonus attack. Light gives you full water and light orbs. I feel like it's reasonable overall, unless you have auto fall attack. You can't actually make use of it, and gives 80% blind. And the dark one gives 80% jammers, and then it's unfortunately a very short cooldown, which is going to be a little problematic to work around. And I am well aware that all of these cards will have reincarnated forms in the near future, probably around the same time these weapon assists come out. But for the most part, there is no weapon assist that can replicate this. There's only like 1 weapon assist that has a skill boost and 40% jammers, which is Shelling Ford. I don't think there are many others that have a skill boost in any of these resists in any meaningful number. And with that in mind, it's going to be hard to replicate this. So I feel like if you do acquire these cards, it's probably going to be best to pursue their weapon assist form. In terms of the Godfest lineup, there are 9 7-star Godfest exclusives, with the newer witches being obviously quite desirable and transforming. The older witches probably not so great, but still, you have 9 7-star Godfest exclusives. Pretty good overall. You have a similar number of 6-star Godfest exclusives as well, but it does feature cards like A10 and Blue Odin, who are, in my opinion, probably the best 6-star Godfest exclusives currently available, and it's just going to make it so you have quite a few desirable things to hit. Like I said, the Samurai 3 Pantheon is also available, same rolling rates overall, and if you total up the Godfest exclusives and Samurai 3, you just come out to around 1 out of 3 chance of acquiring something truly good. And remember, getting 1 out of 3 chance for something good is the norm for a Super Godfest, but you have a 2 Magic Stone discount, so you're going to be coming out ahead. Like I said, if you do 80 stones worth of rolling, you get 10, not 8 rolls, and you're much more likely to come out to that 1 out of 3 chance. So, to roll or not to roll, as mentioned already, I feel that you have a 1 out of 3 chance with a discount in Magic Stones. So this is obviously a favorable event, and of course, it's only going to matter if you care about the Samurai 3 Pantheon, which I actually do care for. So with that in mind, I did actually roll 9 times last night on my stream, and the video will be uploaded possibly around the same time or before this one. And I hit basically the 1 out of 3 chances. Like I said, there's a 1 out of 3 chance for something truly good. I got a 1 in 3 chance of something truly good. Unfortunately, they were all, well, I'm not going to spoil anything, but the point is, like, I got what I expected to get with 72 stones, so it's not a bad deal overall. And I am always well aware that there is going to be something new and something stronger in JP that is always on the horizon. And this is going to be a problem forever as long as we are a couple of months behind, because the way Gung-Ho releases new cards and increases power creep, something new is released basically on a weekly or a bi-weekly basis, and it's multiple things being released. So things are always going to be usually like incrementally stronger, or sometimes like a bit stronger, that sort of idea. And you're going to have to bite this metaphorical bullet at some point and roll, because no matter when you do roll in North America, you're always going to see something better in JP come out. And you have to determine, is that better stuff truly going to make a difference if you wait that long? But if you roll now and get something useful at this point in time, will that advance your progress much more than waiting and waiting and waiting, because you're never going to stop waiting. So with that in mind, I did feel it's worth a few rolls in the Super Godfest. Didn't blow all my stones, but I still don't have much in the way of 7-star trade fodders. I don't have that much trade fodder overall, so I thought it was worth it because it's basically Super Godfest rates with a discount. So, in conclusion, this 8-stone Super Godfest is favorable to roll in if you care for the Samurai 3 Pantheon, because you have then essentially a 1 out of 3 chance to get something that I consider as good, because they're either trade fodder or a wonderful weapon assist. So with that in mind, if you did end up rolling this event, let me know how it went for you, and if you decide to pass and wait for something that comes in the future, who or what are you waiting for? Either way, hopefully you have a fantastic day. I wish you all the best luck in your own pad adventures, and happy puzzling.